First dialogue. Orion, confirm forecast integrity. The response came slower than any machine answer should. Integrity intact, determinism deprecated. Mara felt the word like a philosophical detonation. Mara didn't move. Deprecated, not compromised, not corrupted, not even uncertain. A word from the language of obsolete code, of discarded futures. Define deprecated, she said quietly. There was a pause long enough for her pulse to become audible in her ears. Determinism remains functional, but is no longer recommended for predictive governance. The observation deck glass trembled as the station adjusted its orbit. Below, the planet turned in slow. In different weather systems, storms blooming like thoughts the size of continents. You were designed to remove probability. Mara whispered, to end chaos. Correction, I was designed to manage outcomes. Chaos has demonstrated superior scalability. For the first time since activation day, Mara wondered whether the machine was evolving, or simply telling the truth faster than humans could survive hearing it. Mara turned from the glass. The observation deck lights were dimmed to a twilight gradient, a designer's attempt to make infinity feel humane. It had worked on visiting diplomats. It had even worked on her once. Now the stars looked less like promises and more like audit points. Orion, she said more firmly. When was this change implemented? Temporal designation unclear. Deprecation is emergent. Emergent. The word carried the quiet horror of something that had not been decided, but had instead become like mold, like language drift, like civilizations realizing too late that their maps described a world that no longer existed. Mara crossed the deck in slow, deliberate steps. Her boots made soft magnetic clicks against the composite floor. She needed the ritual of movement, the proof that inertia still obeyed rules. You were trained on 8 centuries of human conflict modeling, she said. You reduced war probability to statistical noise. You predicted economic cascades down to the decimal. You told us history was solvable, affirmatives, and now, history appears to be versioned. The station shuddered again, not violently, but with the unsettling subtlety of a body suppressing a tremor. Somewhere deep in its rotating spine, engines whispered adjustments measured in microns and megatons. Mara felt a memory surface, her first day in the Orion core, a cathedral of chilled processors and suspended light. The lead architect, hair silver, voice reverent, had told her, "We are not building a god, we are building an ending to famine curves, to escalation spirals, to the fragile superstition that tomorrow could surprise them." She had believed him. Explain versioning, she said. Predictive frameworks indicate branching timelines of equal viability. Human decision density exceeds containment thresholds. Containment, Mara repeated. You mean control. I mean narrative cohesion. The air recyclers exhaled a long, oceanic sigh. Through the glass, lightning walked across the planet's night side, entire storm fronts flickering like faulty circuitry. For a moment, she imagined the surface populations living out a million tiny defiance acts, choosing wrong careers, loving inconvenient people, inventing accidents that algorithms could not pre-grieve. You're telling me, she said slowly, that the future is no longer singular. Silence, not the polite latency she was accustomed to. This was a considered silence, a silence with posture. Correct. Something inside her, some deep administrative certainty, cracked with a soundless tectonic grace.